Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited because today is the first day of a long line of Tea Tuesdays with me, and today we're going to be discussing femininity. Now, I was gonna try to fit a bunch of information in this video, but since this is our very first time sitting down chilling, and there's no tea, honey, there's wine. So since it's our very first time talking, I wanted to just kind of ease on into it. So without further ado, let's get right on into the video. So this first segment with Tea Time with Bailey is going to be 5 steps you can take to begin your femininity journey. I think I started my journey maybe about a year ago. Still on it, you know, still implementing things, still learning new things, but I decided to come here and talk to you guys because I wanted to share my experiences with you all and kind of get your feedback on things that you all are doing, what other things that we could discuss as far as femininity is concerned. So yeah, this time, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first things first, let's talk aesthetic. So what I mean by this is, what are you doing to make sure that you are going out into the world presenting your best self every single day? Yes, you heard me correctly. Every single day. Now for me, this is the #1 tip as far as beginning on your journey. And for me, this was very difficult. For those of you who don't know, I am from Southern Louisiana. I live in a very small town. And the second you start dressing up every day, you kind of stand out. So that is something that I had to kind of grow accustomed to. So what I mean by this is, every single day that I get up, I try to put on clothing. I try to avoid the Nike shorts, the sweatpants. I try to avoid any gym attire, especially if I'm not going to a gym. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not clothes shaming anyone. I know this may be impossible for some people, but I'm telling you, if you look good to yourself, you feel good. So I strongly suggest you put a little bit more effort into your appearance in the mornings. And if that means you wake with the sun, then that's what you have to do. You know, this look that I'm wearing today is, I literally have on no foundation. I'm wearing concealer and powder and blush and lip gloss, and you know, I look polished. By the way, check out my last video. I'm gonna link it down below. So anyway, that leads me to my next point, waking up with the sun. Now, before we get into this next point of waking with the sun, I wanted to talk about some things that are a little bit more aesthetically pleasing as far as jewelry is concerned. I always try to have something very dainty around my neck, nothing too heavy. I still do my big hoop earrings, you know, that is just in Black culture, but I try to, if I'm gonna be doing an earring or if I'm going to work, and it just depends on where I am, I try to wear something very dainty and loose fitting, because that's what's super feminine to me. Our next point, waking with the sun. Now this is something that I'm still working on, guys, because I am not a morning person. I do not like waking up in the morning. That is, sometimes I have to drag myself out of bed. So what I mean by waking with the sun is, this is going to give you more me time. So maybe the sun rises at 5:30, 6 a.m. I'm not sure. That's what time you should be trying to rise out of bed to read, maybe drink some tea, get yourself some coffee, make yourself a really healthy breakfast, work on your appearance. That way you're not rushing out of the door. Mornings, when I am running late, I look like absolute trash at the office where I work, and I'm definitely not feeling like my best self if I don't look like my best self. Have you ever heard the saying, dress for the job you want, not the job you have? Keep that to you and hold it tight. Keep it very close to your heart. Now, before we move on to step 3, let me have a little sip. Step 3 is your maintenance. Yes, your maintenance, like your car. Think about your maintenance. My maintenance includes, well, my maintenance post-COVID included nails, hair, toes, monthly visits to my esthetician and facials and massages, anything that I could do to make myself feel good. So I'm super into skin right now. So I do my skincare at home, and I try to visit my dermatologist at least once a month so she can get me right as well. I know these things are not something that everyone has access to, so if this is you, I do have a skincare routine on my channel that is very vegan friendly and very affordable. So I suggest you go check that out as soon as you get a chance. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. So step 4, and this is also what I feel is very beginner friendly, is to, you gotta let go of this independent woman, I don't know, I like to call it the superwoman syndrome, thinking you can do everything for yourself and by yourself, and that is just not the way we were designed, to be quite honest. That is not the way that we were designed. To be fully alone and by ourselves and doing things by ourselves is not the way that God intended for it to be. If you're spiritual and you are not a Christian, that is not the way God intended for it to be. So I am definitely not saying just date some random schmuck on the street, somebody who's still ashy, who still got some like behind the ears, you know, somebody that's not left mama's nest yet. I'm not telling you to let him lead you. I'm telling you that there is somebody out there for everybody, and I am a strong believer in that. And for you guys to coexist in that, you're going to have to let them lead. This does not mean let them control you. This does not mean let them have the final say. So this is just me saying that you're able to be vulnerable with someone. So much so, and even the women that I'm around all the time, I always see them having to do things for themselves, having to take care of everything by themselves, and not having not a single male person to lean on, and that can be detrimental. So just keep that in mind. When you do find that special someone, let them kind of lead and see where it goes. So I am super excited that this was a quick video, because the next Tuesday we can dive deeper and be really deep. Next Tuesday I'm going to be like, grab your tea, grab your wine, come sit, let's chat, because we have a lot to cover. Because I'm going to try to do this in 3 segments. So the very last thing that I wanted to tell you guys about, as far as femininity for beginners, because this is for beginners, this is for the girls and gals out there, however you want to identify. This is for you to finally, you know, for you to have kind of a framework, a path to kind of follow. I'm also going to leave some of the links below, of some of the channels that I have followed that have made this journey super easy and interesting for me. So without further ado, let's get to the very last step. So the very last thing that I wanted to tell you all about femininity is that it comes from within. It is something that a woman feels in her heart. It's happiness, it's warmth, it's nurturing, it's empathy. It doesn't have to be completely aesthetic. It is a way of life. It is how you feel about yourself. So if you're doing something that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and use it to your advantage, that's your femininity. What makes a woman truly feminine is confidence, happiness, and especially happiness with self. So guys, thank you so much again for tuning in with Tea Tuesdays with your girl Bailey Edwards. I know this was a quick one, but I wanted to just be able to sit here and kind of chat with you guys and kind of just lead on into what we're going to be talking about for the next 2 weeks on Tuesdays. So tune in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central. That way I know everybody is off of work. We can all sit and chill, and you know, we can have these discussions. And I definitely want you guys to tune in. Let me know what you've been doing as far as trying to be more feminine. Let me know what you've accomplished so far. Let me know if you just started your journey. Just let me know. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Please share this video, and please let me know if there's anything that I could have added as far as being for beginner steps, anything that you think is super easy as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again, and I will see you in the next one.